Hold up.
What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to show you some 5 ideas to do to your truck or your vehicle, but they're going to be simple and they're going to be easy. And the first one I'm going to start out with is the dash lights in your truck. The lights in the dash right here in the gauge area, that is like, they come out like a yellow or whatever. You can take this out, take that whole console areas out, and redo the lights in it to any color you want. There's a place on eBay or something that sells them. I have green in there right now, and it's daylight out here. You can't really see it, but you can switch those out to any other color you really want, and that mine looks a lot better because it matches the outside of my truck. Plus, the gauges really go with it. The yellow the color of the lights that they give you isn't like, it's a real ugly color, but green really matches these gauges and matches the outside of my truck. And another thing you can do to it is redo the lining in here. I redid it. Mine fell down. It needs to be redone. I'm probably going to be redoing it here soon, but it needs to be redone. And you can do your lining in there. That's real easy and real simple and pretty cheap, but that's another idea you can do to it. You can take all this down, redo it, spray it down with some glue or whatever, and then put it on there, hold it down, and it'll stick up there for a while. Mine fell down because I didn't put enough glue on there though, so yours should stick, but it depends on how much you put on there and what kind you use, really. Mine, so you can just push it down and it sticks for a little bit, and it'll fall back down here in a little bit, in a few minutes maybe, actually. But yeah, that's another idea you can do to it. That's kind of cheap and kind of easy to do, but it's not just a one-person job if you're doing it at your house, but it's probably going to be a one-man job if you're using a machine in a shop or something. And another idea is you can switch out your shifter. Switch it out to a racing shifter. These stick up real high, and it's like, these stick up real high. They're too loose, honestly, because this one falls down. That one's not. This one's a little bit taller, so that's why I put it back in here, but it's really loose, so I'm probably going to put my other one in here. This one's real loose to slip in and out of gears. If you watch it, it just falls in. So that's why you always got to keep it, make sure it doesn't fall into a gear. Because if it does, there's going to be a big problem. If that thing starts going into gear, or different gears, even while you're going down the highway, it's going to mess it up. So you always got to make sure that this is always going to be in gear, or out of gear, and make sure it doesn't fall into a gear while it's sitting there. And another one you can do is, on this model of the trucks, they give you a little kit where you can take your radio out from here, run the wires back to here, put a radio right there, take the cassette or whatever is right there out and trash it and put a better radio in there. I put this one in there. It's a little bit, I think it's better right there. It's also a lot brighter whenever you're going down the road. Plus, you also can hook up Bluetooth. You can hook up a lot of things to it, and you can do a lot more than just having that plain old radio right here. You can use that cubby hole for something you need, like you can probably put your medicine in there, or put like a little Bible like I have in there. You can just put a little bit of ink, or wherever you want in there, honestly, but you gotta make sure it's gonna fit. This right here is a good idea. It's gonna be real easy. It's a lot better to have because it looks a lot better. Honestly, it looks 10 times better than having that stock radio right there. But another one is that you can, and I haven't done this yet, I want to, but you can redo your steering wheel. This steering wheel, if you can look at it, it'll focus. That stuff's cracking real easy. Yeah, it's comfortable, but it's cracking real easy, getting worn down. Here pretty soon, chunks are going to start coming out of it, and I don't want it to do that. But that's going to start happening because of wear and tear. It's getting worn down, it's getting old. So another one is that you can switch out your steering wheel, take all this apart, make sure the airbag doesn't go off while you're doing all this though. And if you're messing with it and everything, you just gotta make sure you're getting all of it down correctly, put together correctly, because if you don't, you can mess a lot of things up during this process. So that's why you gotta make sure you keep, while you're doing this, keep everything in eye where you're unplugging it, where you're taking it apart from. You gotta make sure you're keeping an eye on it. So as if you're not, you can just mess up a lot of things in here. But I need to get a new steering wheel, and that's another idea you can do. You can make it into a racing steering wheel. You can do you can change it to a bunch of steering wheels, like custom steering wheel, anything. But you can change it down and make it to a better one, or go to a Savage Yard. And if you like these, find a different one that's better. But those like, they're not real cheap. They're kind of expensive, but it depends on what kind that you get and how good they're going to be. And another one is that last and final one right here is that, like, if you have a sub back there, you're running subs, you're wanting to plan out to redo this whole area back here with subs. You're wanting to take that back seat out and put subs back there. You're wanting to do a little bit of everything to this, or you just want to run a whole new surround system in here. That little cubby hole right there, you can take that out and make it shorter. Get a different one, make it shorter right there, and put an amp right there for your sub. And you can do it on that side too. And that's a good idea where to put them, but that's a lot of blue ball I don't want to deal with right now. And then another one is where mine is right now, right there. That's a good idea, easy idea. Run it right there, and then cords under this plastic, hide it, tuck it. It's really easy to put it right there. But if my amp right now barely fits under there, and it's a pretty big amp. But that's another good idea. But if you're running too many wires and you mess up on something, you gotta make sure you get all this right, especially if you're running it back here in these little cubby holes. You gotta make sure you're running it correctly, because if you don't run it correctly, or you mess something up, and you go drill a hole in the plastic, that can crack the other plastic, wear it down real easy, and just mess it all up. So my idea is probably just sticking under there, simple and easy. But if you don't, then you can stick it anywhere else. But like, even if you just run some 6x9s back there under your back seat, like what I had under there before I got the sub, I would box on it now. But if I had some 6x9s down there, and they were pretty good, but I wanted to stick a sub in here, so I stuck the sub over there. Got a 12-inch kicker, but you stick that over there. I stuck the amp under the driver's seat. It works just fine. It's perfectly fine, doesn't get too hot, but all the wires are hidden. You don't see them running on the ground. You don't see them just laying there, except for about right here. That's just about the amp though. But that's real easy, real quick. It's kind of like, even the seats for the sub, I even ran up that side right there. There's a 6x9 right here and a 6x9 down there. And when I had the 6x9 down there, I ran the wires up and down, and it was sent down there in the corner. And this one, I just ran straight back, and it was sent right here in this corner. And the wiring's tucked under a carpet, so you can't see it. Tucked behind some plastic, so it blends in. That one runs down on that. Since I put the sub over there, I ran the wiring up instead of running it completely across and leaving it down there and trying to get a different box for my sub. I ran it down, stuck it up through my seat, and now it's plugged in right there. I don't know how safe it is, but it seems to be working just fine. But yeah, if you're doing that, you can just stick the amp right there where you plug the speaker wires in on the other side. Stick it right there on this end, and they run straight back, and it works just fine. Always will. So you don't gotta mess anything up. You don't gotta clip any wires. You ain't gotta tussle with anything. You just gotta fit it under your seat, wire it all up, and you'll be good. And that's all I have today, guys. But if you haven't already, like and subscribe, please. I hope you have a good day.